What's up, everybody? It's Quack, and today we are finna be reviewing chapter 1184 of One Piece. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I forgot this chapter was even dropping. Like, I've been so like out of it with One Piece, especially since nothing's going on with the anime right now. Because I honestly thought Shamrock was supposed to like have more screen time this episode, but nah. So I was like, man, I don't know. I'm really wanting to get to, the good stuff. The manga readers will but what we're waiting for. I don't know. I'm kind of just waiting just to get to, the good stuff. But I forgot that it's going to be a minute because we don't even meet Gabon until after the feast. So, hey, but I'm pretty sure next episode is when stuff should kick off. But without wasting time, let's get straight into this. The title for this chapter is All Become Just Bone and Death. The cover art, we have Brook getting shocked by some electric eels. Now, these eels, y'all can see it. These hoes look like emu. Like, I don't know if this is like supposed to actually signify anything, but as we know, emu's name, we know what that hoe means and where these niggas live. Like, come on now. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I feel like this is such just random. Like, there's only one nigga in this show who has eyes like this, and you gave them to these jellyfish. I don't believe it. There's something here. So we start this chapter off with something. This chapter starts off with something pretty interesting. So Princess Shuri is age 14, and by this point, her beauty is spreading across the entirety of the world, or at least to the closest neighboring kingdoms. Now, these 5 neighboring kingdoms are all trying to seek her hand in marriage. She's 14, by the way, but in this time, okay, whatever, maybe. I'm just saying, ODA. But no, we'll walk past that for now. We cut to where Princess Shuri has just got done cutting some niggas down, where they're all yelling that they surrender and that they want to be forgiven. Well, she yells about how she doesn't want no weak men. All these niggas coming to her trying to seek her hand in marriage. She doesn't want no weak nigga. You need to be strong and you need to be able to play some freaking tunes. Brook and Shuri reflect on the situation that had just occurred, where Shuri is desperately trying to make herself seem grown and mature to appeal to Brook. But luckily, Brook shuts that nonsense down immediately. Like, she starts talking about her body, and then he's just like, hey, chill out with all that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that nonsense, man. W. Brook. Brook, as perverted as he is, runs over to some random women to ask them to see their panties. Which, this is by far one of the, biggest tropes in the show that I really just cannot. I don't know if trope is the right word for that. A running gag is what it's called. But I really do not like that gag. Now with Sanji's I kind of got to the point to where it was just like, alright, whatever. I mean, sometimes Toei does it, like, they overdo it. But with Brook, I'm like, nigga, come on, that's just wild, bro. You just gonna walk up to some random female and just ask to see her freaking underwear, bro? Like, you are wild, my nigga. But hey, to each their own, man. If that's what you feel like you need to do, then whatever, man. What I'm gonna do, stop you? They then just sit on the edge of a garden, joyfully, while they sing a melodic tune about how no matter what you are, slave or king, you'll inevitably end up bone. Man, all I'm gonna say is, man, these songs are finna be straight butt cheeks. Like, what are you talking about here? Cows and frogs, slaves and kings, all become just bones and death. Cows and frogs, slaves and kings, and it just repeats that. Oh no, only bones are left at last. That is not no freaking song. Like, I don't know if this is just supposed to be just some silly little tune. This crap is garbage. The only good song, like, Brook has is Bink Sake. That's a banger, and trust me, I know bangers. Princess Shuri sits and listens as Brook reminisces over the fact that if it wasn't for her father, he might not even be alive today. We cut back 16 years ago with Brook peering through a window at some well-endowed children, practicing their instruments, where suddenly he's caught and run off by neighboring citizens, with them screaming about how filthy he is and how he's a stain to our kingdom, and that just him being there is scaring the children. Brook is now playing a song in what seems to be a giant trash heap, with him singing about how one day he will make music, calling upon the names of his dad, mother, and father, almost like a promise, one to them and to himself, where he then meets Shuri's father, who's been listening in and is not liking what he hears. And all I'm gonna say is, me either, brother. I just know this is finna be trash. But he likes his passion and the free spirit that this boy has. They converse for a little longer, which ends in Reven taking on Brook as a little brother, with Brook treating Reven with a special meal of frogs and hoppers, which I'm guessing hoppers are just another type of frog, maybe just some One Piece type weird frog. Like, you can kind of see this picture right there. That nigga does not look like no goddamn frog. But one thing I do want to stop it for a second, bro. Brook's like backstory so far, nigga, this is kind of just tragic, and to see how smiling and free spirited this little boy is when it says here, in order to, like, his special ingredient is curry powder, which he gets from scraping off marine boats. Like, she's not scraping off, nicking off, which is basically just stealing. All he's had to do was just steal and catch frogs in the dumpster. All I'm gonna say is, man, this nigga's backstory is absolutely tragic so far. So, like, I don't know, I kind of expected it to be a little bit more joyful here. Now, he is very, like, happy and like free-spirited through all this, but this little kid lives in a dumpster and he has to steal. He eats frogs. I mean, at least he's living though. Hey, can't complain, little bro. Reven looks down at his plate, reminiscing about the times he was in a position of luxury. And I just realized I've been calling this place Espada. It's Hesperia Kingdom. He then starts tearing up and Brook asks him why. After this, Reven stuffs down his food immediately, swallowing that garbage whole. He then tries to pay Brook for the meal, with Brook being reluctant for the fact that they're both in a hard situation. We cut to Celio Port within the kingdom, where some marines have just arrived, seizing musical instruments. And now for some reason they have Brook tied up, accusing him of working with a gang and was being used to carry powder. They refuse to believe him, as he tells them that all he had was curry powder, and suddenly he begins to sing. The frustrated marines snap at him, telling him to quit that nonsense. But to Brook, the rhythm of his symphony brings relief. One of the guards exclaims how he's already seen our face. We might as well just finish it off here and chase after the gang. Brook begins to cry out, all become just bone and death. As he's singing his tune, the door busts open behind them. It's Reven, puffing and tired in desperation. Brook looks up, now that hope is now just a couple feet away. It is revealed that Reven is actually a prince, and his guards are trying to prevent him from making a mistake of going against the Marines, who are backed by none other than the world government. Reven, without thought, lunges in with his queen. After saving Brook, the entire kingdom is in an uproar. Lady Candle has just protected the kingdom once again. Sometime after, Brook wakes up and bandages to a familiar voice. We then get the full reveal of Princess Shiri's mother. She is the captain of the Royal Escort Corps, Candle. Brook, upon hearing that Reven is a prince, is shocked. Reven then apologizes because he never wanted to lie. He just was having too much fun spending time with Brook. Reven then tells Brook not to tell anyone about the curry powder that he stole, for it might get him in trouble. Candle cuts in with her saying, every time Lord Reven left, we thought he was out doing something stupid, but this whole time, he was just with some cute kid. Brook starts acting like a Sanji and spazzing out, but I will say she is very fun. She's actually one of the finest characters I've seen in this show, no doubt. Right after, Reven pronounces Brook as his favorite musician, in that he needs him in the same palace as him. Get him a barracks now and get him some real instruments. We're finna enroll this boy into school. Brook lays still thinking about everything that's going on. His life has changed so fast just from this one interaction with this random man who chose to give him some compassion, to humor him when he was in the trash. And that's the end of the chapter. Now, I'm gonna give my opinion on this chapter. This chapter is, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm feeling it. These next couple chapters are finna probably be some of the saddest stuff we've ever seen. They're building up these two niggas. Now, so far, when I think of Reven, okay, he just seems like a pretty chill dude. I really don't have that much of a, emotional connection towards this guy. But when it comes to a girl, immediately as soon as I saw her, there was that emotional connection. She is the finest thing I've ever seen in this show. Now, I'm not gonna sign you out around here, but that's all I'm saying. But W to Reven here for humoring this little nigga when they was in the garbage. You could have just threw this crap out and said, bro, here, come back home. I'll show you some real food. But instead, you ate it because he prepared it and put it before you. That's being grateful. That's a grateful nigga right there. So I don't think that at any point Reven is going to betray his father in any way. Now, I don't know what's going to go on. I don't think there's going to be any like bit of betrayal between them. I do think Reven is going to be betrayed by somebody. It's going to end with everyone dying. Shiri, I'm guessing maybe so. This situation with the Marines, but what's probably going to happen is this situation with the Marines is going to lead into basically the entire like plot point to his backstory. The main issue or the main thing that brings in the issue. I believe that this situation right here is what's going to bring in the world government, which is why later on Princess Shuri is going to turn and work for them. Which I'm gonna say it right now. I'm going to say maybe Princess Shuri, is going to betray her father and work for the world government. That's what I'm going to say. But we don't know why. But hey, we don't really have much here. But this chapter was honestly pretty nice to know more about Reven. Because honestly, when I first saw him, I thought it was gonna be just a forgettable character. But that does not seem to be the case. And Brooke getting beat like this, I already know when they animate this nonsense, it's gonna be tragic. It's gonna be freaking stupid. And we still have more. We haven't even gotten into the sad part yet. So the fact that this is just his beginning, it's got me a little worried. But W chapter, I'll rate this a 7 out of 10. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, and I'll see y'all.